Mike Carezzi, can you come up here and approve it on your machine, please?
I have to?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, okay.
Especially since you're going to present with that machine. You're on. All righty, thanks. All righty, so welcome to our January meeting, January 2023. Nice to see everyone here tonight. I'm Wendy Horn, your president, W3NRN, and we'll go around the room. Chet?
Jeff, WA3I.
Ken?
I'm Ken and you 3A.
Tom?
Tom, KC3F.
Joe?
Joe, KI3D. I'm Gus, KC3 TGB.
TGB, and I have heard your call sign, the TGB now. I know, I recognize that. He actually lives up in Hockessin, and so he's new with us tonight. Behind?
Yeah, Rich, KC3 SBG.
Mark?
Mark K3J.
Ron, WA3 VDP.
Alan, W3ISR.
Ken, AC3DH.
Gavin?
KC3 VKI.
Gavin is a new ham, just officially, you took your test on the 7th, right? Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Next to Gavin, we have Peter.
Peter, W3SDN. Wayne, K3WSP.
Mike, W3ASW.
All righty, and online tonight, we have with us Jerry.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, I'm Jerry, KB2GCG.
Mike Federico.
Hi, Mike Federico, KB3REU.
Jeff.
Hi, my name's Jeff. My call sign is K3GRZ and I'm located in Northern Delaware.
Davis. Davis.
Hi, this is Davis trying to hit the unmute button. K3DHJ out of Newark, Delaware. Good evening.
Dave.
Good evening, K3DX in Newark.
Joanne.
Joanne, KC3 OVK in Newark.
Alan.
Alan, K3AAA.
And last but not least, Ted.
Oh, hello, Ted Allen, K3RTA in the down here in the hood. Yeah,
Very
no,
good.
seriously, we had gunfire the other night. It was really exciting.
Oh, okay. You have to fill us in later.
Yeah.
All righty, very good. So we're going to go ahead and pause for our treasurer's report. As read, thank you. All righty, old business. Mike.
Yes.
What do we have for old business that we need to bring up?
Last month, the meeting dates for this year were posted. We also decided the firehouse would be the location ongoing for now. No reason not to keep it. We started planning for Winter Field Day. I'm sure Mike has some updates on that. We also voted in one new member, Peter Schwenk, which I think I heard there tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's here.
Awesome. And we had some discussions around the banking, our bank account, and committee was formed to review and present findings next month. And we still need programs. Chet is getting ready to threaten if he doesn't get more programs.
Right now, we do know that we need a program for March. Okay, so we've got February covered. Of course, we have tonight covered, but we have April and May and June so far. So we do need something for March. So if anybody has anything interesting they'd like to share or present, please get with Chet. Regarding the banking, going back and forth about what we had discussed. So Mike, Dave, and I have to get with the bank manager. He must be away on vacation. I knew the last time I talked to him, he had a lot of vacation time he had to blow off. So he might be on vacation this week. I didn't hear from him. It's unusual not to hear from Anthony. So we are going to change the checking account to a regular business account. Just so that way we're legal, since we're not officially a tax exempt organization until the committee reviews and we make some kind of a presentation to the membership to find out what we want to do moving forward. And that'll be next month that we'll discuss that. Anything else that was old business?
No, with relate to the programs, Chet, when you have your list, can you just email me what you have and I'll get it posted on the site?
Yeah, so one of the problems that we have tonight is that we're working off of my laptop and they can't hear. So Chet, when you have your list, get it to Mike so he has it so he can put it up on the site. Okay, very good.
Sorry, I had everything packed and ready for tonight to be there tonight.
Well, family stuff happens. So as long as everybody's healthy and safe over there, that's all that matters.
Thank you.
I'll just, yeah. Mike couldn't be here tonight with a sick kid at home. So anyway, all righty. New business. So, okay, there is an application that we need to discuss. Who is on that application, Dave?
I've got a pile of them. Let's see.
The one that you said that you've got to check that we haven't voted on yet.
Well, there are two. Well, there was Dustin Feldman, K9DJF.
Okay, he's not been on anything.
Okay, and the person who sent me a check was Fran Tefelsky, K3TCO.
Oh yeah, I know Fran. We've interacted with Fran on several occasions. Does anybody not know Fran?
I don't.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
The call sounds familiar.
Well, he's on the Delaware Traffic Net. He comes to the lunches at the Route 40 diner. I'm not familiar whether or not he's ever been to any field days. I don't think any meetings. And Radio Net, I've never heard him on our Radio Net. But has anybody ever heard him on any of our FSARC nets? Nobody's jumping up and down. So you know what? I personally will reach out to Fran, explain to him what we need for him to do, and then we'll bring him back up, once he meets the three whatevers, whether it's a Radio Net, a meeting, or because I know he does a lot of stuff with the people downstate. He gets involved with the Sussex Sarah Club down there, but he lives in Middletown. So
yeah, and excuse me. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say that I think he's also been involved in the SCT each year.
Yes, he'll do some stuff. You need to turn that off. That's going to echo. Stand by. Okay. All right. There we go. That's okay. We were trying to do audio, but that's not going to work. All righty. So, all right. So we'll bring that up. Moving on, kind of like old business, sort of, we're talking about using this room. And I spoke to the Ladies Auxiliary president for Mill Creek, and I'm a member of Mill Creek Fire Company, so I kind of have a little inside road here. And she was okay with us putting up a television monitor on that wall. And right now the sales are crazy because it's football. And I'd like to donate $100 to the cause to purchase a television for that wall. Does anybody have any comments as to good deals for a television and whatever? Yes.
42-inch television.
You have a 42-inch you're not even using. Does I like free. I like free.
No objections.
I mean, somebody's going to move up, yeah, but then you wait however long. I mean,
Excuse me?
Yeah, if somebody's moving up and wants to get rid of their old room, that'd be ideal, you know.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks,
Yeah.
Ted. All righty. So, how's everybody in favor for a 42-inch free television on that wall? Right. All right. Now, the question, all right, the question's been asked, will 42 inches be big enough?
Better than what we have
Okay.
today.
Yeah, I mean, right now we have, you know, they're looking at one of my 24-inch monitors, you know, yeah.
I think you'll get the job done. I think it's the next size. I think that's just larger than what I have in my living room, just for my own reference.
Yeah, I have like a 40-inch in mine. I mean, right now we're working off of a laptop. So, you know, and so we need to make sure that, you know, we can hook up some audio to it, you know, so that way you guys, when those of you are at home, you know,
I may have some speakers to donate that we could hang, you know,
okay.
elsewhere.
All righty. So, and she's good with that. So you guys want to kind of get together and we'll piece this thing together and make it happen?
Sure.
Okay. All righty. Sounds good. Do I need to make that an official vote, Mike?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Who was that? I'd like to put it in the notes.
Ken
Oh, Ken.
Sweeney.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask around. I may have someone who would donate a larger TV.
What'd you say, Jerry?
I said I'll ask around. I think I may know someone who can donate a larger TV.
Something larger. Okay.
I'll
Keep in
ask.
mind, we are going to.
An email. Costco's got a special, $349 for a 65-inch 4K TV.
Wow.
Oh, send you an email.
All right. Hold on a second. He sent it to my Wendy RN, I guess.
Treasure. Right. $349. I mean.
Yeah, I know. All right. Stand by. Let me see.
Sure, it's for shipping.
Was this at Costco? So you'd be able to. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's got the 3-year warranty. That is something that Costco does have a good deal on. What email did you send it to? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, come on. $350 for a 65-inch 4K TV at Costco. And like he said, you guys that are online probably couldn't hear. Costco gives you a 3-year manufacturer warranty that they back up. If there's a problem with it, they'll replace it. They usually end up replacing it. And Alan said he would go down. So
I don't know if you want, no, I'll do it if you want. So we can at least get, because the offer ends in mid-February.
all right, so the offer ends in mid-February, so we could possibly have this for our February meeting.
$50.
50 to $75. No, wall mount.
Yeah, you know, since these TVs are so lightweight.
I make a motion, we accept that.
I second.
All righty, anybody opposed to spending $350
Plus 75.
plus 70? So $4 and a quarter.
$4.25, yeah.
Anybody opposed to that?
Before a vote is cast, question.
Yes.
Will this become property of Mill Creek or is this our property?
They don't have a problem with us putting up here. We don't pay anything to use this room.
Donation.
It
So
would
it's
be
a donation.
it would be a donation from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's a fair point, interpreted, that we should at least make that a point. It's donation.
Yeah, and I did talk to Annie. You know,
It's fun.
you know what they had was being like carried, and you know our first time in here the thing didn't work, and she didn't even know that it didn't work. Oh yeah, we would have to do our own labor getting it up there. So okay, alrighty. So we're voting on spending about $425 for a television with mount set, and any opposed? All right, the ayes have it. We're going to buy a new TV. So Alan, go ahead and get that. Yeah.
I think you know,
Can you close our back door, please?
There's a stud right in the middle of that space between the two, which is perfect.
There was a civic association that was meeting here tonight. I know. All righty. Mike, new business?
I don't have any new business.
Okay, does anybody have any new business they want to bring up?
I just wanted to announce to the club, it's not anything to vote on. But Frank Getz, N3FG, member of our club. We haven't seen him since COVID, but he's still a member, I'm pretty sure. He last summer got his DX honorable. So
Nice.
DX honor roll?
DX honorable.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Very,
That's awesome.
that's really cool. Right, you got that, Mike, to put in the minutes?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
That's 330.
30,
330, 131.
wow.
He's actually 332 now. What's that?
Oh, wow. That's crazy. There was, somebody did bring up something, speaking of Frank, but going back to somebody who's a silent keep from the club, Scotty, had done a lot for this club way before my time. And, maybe as an incentive for people in the club to aspire to, and maybe have an award for their contributions to ham radio. Alan Hansen, you were the one who kind of came up with the idea. So would you like to present to everybody your thoughts, what you were thinking? I'll have to emeritus.
So we're talking about the award, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so thought is obviously we want to. It's an acknowledgement award for a year, annual award, an acknowledgement award. We thought a little bit about it, so we actually socialized a little bit about who would be a committee. In my opinion, I've given out awards like as a supervisor or such. Usually it's, you should have the executive staff within the club make that decision. Because if you use somebody outside of the staff that's gonna get it,
Right.
right? So formulating a committee and then that person may not be maybe excluded getting the award because they're on a committee, let's say.
Right.
So I thought that would probably make some sense.
No, I agree. We have to come up with some kind of a guideline as to what people would have to do to meet the criteria for it. And then, but who's on the committee to do that? So right now it would be your recommendation. We would have Mike, myself, Chet, Dave. Okay.
And I would say, and it would be nice to give it out, let's say at the Christmas event,
Okay.
right, at the end of the year, nice, get it on.
I think that would be neat. I think, there's a lot of us who have been very active in the hobby in various aspects and had an impact, whether they've.
Is kind of creating what would be the criteria, this
Mhm.
criteria can be very, this is what the decision is made, how you make a decision, it's usually. How much volunteer, say, work a member has done, or an achievement like Frank, maybe that's would be an award. So the next step is to kind of create this criteria or what justifies.
Mhm. I know at the hospital that I work at in New York, we have a monthly True Blue Award. And then those 12 people that get the award at the following year, they recognize them like in February. One of those 12 got it for the whole year, like, was the top person out of it. So it would be kind of I mean, like a lot of us do stuff for the hobby, whether it's some of us are VEs, some of us are involved with outside organizations promoting ham radio. There's just a whole variety of things, Ken?
I was just gonna say, I would question whether you necessarily need to commit yourself to doing it every year. Because I've been in organizations where they've had to come up with names for people who are gonna win an award. And everybody's scratching their head because
really everybody here's had an award. And
Right.
it just became an additional pain in the neck to try to come up with names.
I-
Initially,
yep.
it's easy. The first few years, no problem.
I saw that in Civil Air Patrol. I was on the committee for certain awards because of what my position was at the wing. And I remember sitting down with our vice commander, and Russ and I looked at each other like, oh my God, how are we going to come up with names? And like, nobody really did anything, outstanding out there, but it was like, who did a little bit more than somebody else? It's like, I don't know. Go ahead, Chet.
What did Scotty Boyer have to do with this?
It was just his contribution. I was actually seeing some of the old YouTube videos that,
Is this
So-
Scotty Memorial?
yeah, it would be kind of like a Scotty Moyer,
Controversial.
Oh, it was just, we've had, this club has been in existence how long now? And, there's been a lot of people who have gone on before us, or not a lot, but there have
a
been
lot.
several that I'm just, we have, but,
We should be hitting
just
70
something-
years this year.
Yeah. So it would be, just think about it. We can revisit this, and then those of us who are like the executive committee, we can talk amongst ourselves and see what we think. I mean, it'd be kind of a cool idea, I think.
I like it.
Yeah, just roll it around and we'll revisit this next week. It's like next month. It's not like we have to, do anything with it right now.
Yeah, I would just make sure, planning purposes, and you're right, there's no rush, right? Because
Right.
we're in the year period now, so you got, by this,
Yeah.
we should have some kind of criteria, right?
Yeah, March, we can revisit this again in March or something, since next month we'll be talking about the 501c3 idea. Anyway, anything else? Because it's now getting to be 8:00. Mike has a really neat presentation that he's going to share with first as a PowerPoint presentation, and then he's going to have a second camera showing his nano VNA. So, does anybody else have anything else we want to bring up for the meeting before we? No. Mike, my secretary, Mike?
Yeah.
Do you have anything else that we need to bring up before we close the business meeting portion?
I just want to touch base that the two applicants that Dave mentioned, neither one of them have met the requirements, correct? That's what I noted.
Correct. And I
Okay.
see a comment that you made that we need to adjust the bylaws to state 2 of the functions must
That was
be in
just my
person.
suggestion.
Yeah, let me address that. Therefore, the past 3 years, we've been under COVID. We're coming up out of that now, and we're more in person. We've got activities going again. But radio nets were always one of the acceptable criteria. You didn't have to be in-person meeting necessarily. You could just be on the nets. So,
Well, let me adjust what I meant by in person. Face to face, whether virtually or in person, was my idea. Prior to COVID, we always met
in
the people
person.
who voted in.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, we voted some people in who've only been on nets. I've never seen them.
Right. Yes, I know. I know. I remember somebody being voted in, and I questioned because I never heard them on a net, but they had been on nets a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was like, and now they were finally submitting their application like a year later, and they hadn't really been doing anything.
Yeah, I think
But-
we should talk about it and maybe bring
Yeah.
up some ideas.
Well, there's another bylaw thing that I'd like to introduce to it. And I'm just going to throw this out. I don't want a long discussion, but this is the only club I've ever been in that doesn't have a vice president. Never heard that before. So I'm just going to throw that out to you guys to chew that over. Nope, we're
just
not talking
keep
about it. I'm
throwing
just
that
throwing
out.
it out.
No, just keep throwing it out.
Yeah, and whatever. So, and in that end too, my term ends in December. So, and Chet was the only one brave enough to clap. Okay. Let me tell you something, Mr. Chet. let me tell you something. So the night that Alan was making the comment that I was going to be the next president, there were two men on that Zoom, and they went, the one guy said, "Hey, so-and-so, have we ever had a female president?" And the other guy says, "Not in my lifetime." And I came back and I said, "Oh, wow, well, male chauvinism was alive and well in Newcastle County, and it's right here in the club." But anyway, yeah, I love you guys too. No, but this is your club. I'm just the one herding cats here, seriously. So, actually, you know what? I'm going to brag on our club. So I had asked that I wanted to advance my general to an extra class licensure. And I asked, what do you guys think about having a class? Anybody want to mentor us? And a couple of people actually shot the idea down. I remember there were a couple of naysayers. "Oh, what do you need that for? Just go on and keep taking electronic tests." I was like, "That you're missing my point." I asked people, is there anybody else like me who wanted to advance and would benefit or would be interested? And there were 8 people that said that they wanted to advance to their class. And we've had 5 instructors meet with us, one of whom doesn't even have his extra yet, but was knowledgeable enough in an area to teach. So we had Mitch, we had Mike actually headed it up, we had Ron, we had Peter, and who am I missing? Mitch? Who am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 5th person. Who am I missing? Yeah, Jerry, you're one of the students. Who am I missing for an instructor? Peter? I said you, Peter, didn't I? Yeah. I thought that there were 5 instructors. Maybe there were only 4. But the fact is we've just completed. We had a review class last night. Huh? It was a lot of fun. Ken, who already has his extra, he sat in the class just to learn some more stuff. And even by your own admission, there was things that you didn't know as well as, yeah. And I when I realized that Mitch didn't have his extra yet, I was like, here you are teaching that. But one of the ways that you learn is by teaching. And we probably should have even been forced to teach something ourselves. But I personally, I'm not ready to really sit for that exam yet. Like I wanted to do it by the end of the year, but my practice exams are more consistently in the low to mid 80s now, where I was in the 60. I was barely making 60 consistently. So it helped tremendously. I want a huge thank you to all of you, and Mike, especially for putting it together, for being the one who coordinated it. And let's give them a big round of applause and thanks. Thank you. So when we all pass our exams, we'll show you. Well, actually, I don't know if we'll know what our scores are, but just anyway, throw that out there. All righty. Motion to end the business meeting. Tom. I know. I told you to hold on. So Tom gave it. Anybody second it?
Second.
All right, second. All right, so this closes our business portion, and now we're going to have fun.